Hey everyone, welcome to Waxing Pixels, the podcast from Battle Geek Plus. My name is Josh, and with me, as always, I have Heather.
Hi.
Ryan.
Hey.
And sometimes Frank.
Sometimes.
So, on this show, on Battle Geek Plus, on Waxing Pixels, we talk about video games. Mainly video game news and things that we're playing and stuff like that. So, as we normally do, we start off with a nice little segment we like to call...
drumroll, everybody. What you playing? Oh.
I love this. You guys are just like, oh my god!
And
Frank and I were just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, this is like the enthusiastic side of the room.
Yeah.
And like this is like the couldn't care less side of the room. So, what you playing? Self-explanatory. We find out what everybody in the room's been playing. And we start with Heather. Every time.
Yep.
Heather, you've actually been playing video games.
I'm the best. Yeah, I went back to playing Shantae.
Yes.
And that game is platforming nonsense in some places. Like today, for instance. So, yeah, I played and I finally get through to the end, and I had a boss fight, and I just couldn't deal with it at the time. I just couldn't. I was like, no, my brain is utter mush from just getting upset at all this platforming. So, yeah.
But what else have you been playing?
I've been kicking your ass at whatever the fuck that game is.
It's called Panel de Pon. And
Yeah.
it's on the Japanese Famicom Mini, which I totally forgot to turn off earlier. I'm looking over there. It's still on.
Good job.
And Panel de Pon is a puzzle game, kind of a match 3 sort of thing. And I found out there's an American version of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
Really?
Tetris Attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They put the Tetris brand name on it, and they switched all the girls to, like, Yoshi and, like, Shy Guy and, like, Mario bad guys and stuff like that. That way, like, boys would play it.
Fair enough.
And, like, they changed a little bit of the music. And, yeah, I learned all about that last night.
Kicking your ass
Amazing.
at that.
I've been kicking your ass, too.
Kicking your ass.
You only
much.
started...
I started getting interested whenever we started doing the versus the attack, like.
Yeah, well, I started getting interested when I showed you how I make some of my combinations, and you finally started getting good.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Gabe says, need to get the DLC for Half Genie Hero. Yes, I also need to get the DLC for that as well. 100%.
Oh, hey, we have a new guest here. Hi, Mr.
A stupid throwaway account. A stupid throwaway account accidentally followed and put on notifications. Look at that, an accidental follower.
Thanks.
Thanks for
coming.
coming. I don't know if you're still here or not. I can take a look and see. But if you are, thanks for sticking around. You're not. You're totally not here. Like, wait.
no.
You are.
He's here.
Wait. There we go. It just loaded weird. You are still here. Hi, a stupid throwaway account. Thanks for being a follower.
And we saw the notification pop up too.
Rad. All right. So.
But that's what I've been playing.
Right. Ryan, what you playing?
Alright, so yesterday I beat Cuphead on the Xbox One.
What? You beat Cuphead?
I beat Cuphead.
I thought that
You
was
did?
impossible.
Oh my god.
Too hard.
It is... Wow, like, yeah. Okay. Cuphead is a game that made me want to throw my Xbox 360... I don't know, my Xbox One controller down on the floor many times, but I loved every minute of it. Like, it... Okay, like, the game is so hard, but you end up becoming so good at it, like, you just, like... You like just ninja that shit. Like, you know, I beat like that last gauntlet of bosses, but then I spent a long time on the last boss. I posted on my Twitter, I got this close to beating the last boss, but then I was able to beat it the next round.
Do you like walk down the street now or walk through the grocery store like with a strut and being like, that's right, all you people are beneath me because you haven't beat Cuphead?
Yeah, I beat Cuphead.
Filthy casuals. This is how you walk around if you beat Cuphead.
Well, that's kind of how the characters move.
Yeah,
in the
that's
game,
the characters
so.
move.
It's like 30s style animation.
And it's awesome.
And
I remember seeing some posts about people complaining about the inconsistency of the art, where like in in the game you have white gloves, but some of the promo art you have yellow gloves.
Yeah.
And people were complaining about that. And the thing is that the company that made this game, they specifically stuck to the 1930s art that of sometimes you have yellow gloves,
Yeah, exactly.
and sometimes you don't. Like, they made that a point, and I thought that was cool as fuck.
Yeah, like, the thing is, like, even though the game was really hard, I want more of it. I want a sequel. I want some DLC. I just want more Cuphead, man.
Let's see. A stupid throwaway account says, I'm still trying to beat Quake. It's been about 3 years now.
Let's see.
Do we have any Quake players here?
I played the first one and,
Yeah.
and the third one.
Okay. So do you share the throwaway account's experience?
Well, let's see. I beat the first one like relatively quickly back like in 1997.
Okay.
And then but the third one's just multiplayer only.
Can't solve the puzzles. That's a shame. Keep at it, a stupid throwaway account. I believe in you. You have my
Yeah,
support.
there are some puzzles. Well, like there are some puzzling parts in the first Quake game. And also, last Saturday I played through all of Super Castlevania 4, and Gabe was there to watch.
Oh, rad.
And-
How'd
Gabe's
that go?
always there to watch.
Yeah, and so the game was every bit as amazing as it was back when I was a kid. But it was still every bit as hard as it was when I was a kid too.
Huh.
But luckily, because the SNES Mini had save states, it was
Yay,
a little
save states
easier to
saved
get.
everything.
It was a little easier to get through, but not by much. But it was still amazing.
Save states are so fun. And also that rewind thing.
Yeah, that rewind thing.
I played some more Mario Kart after we played it on the show, and I used the rewind a couple of times. So yeah. It's built into the official hardware, with the official software, with the official controller. The only thing unofficial about it is the controller extenders I got. So that we
I
can
got
sit way
those.
back here
Yes,
and play.
those extenders
I
are
bought
very
those
nice.
too.
Yeah, but I also have sitting in my cart right now, save for later, the 8-bit dough, wireless controllers.
Yeah, me too.
So that I can just be reset from back here. So those are $25.
Instead of having to get up like some kind of animal
Yeah,
and reset it
exactly.
physically.
Yeah.
What a horrible way to live. Anyway,
Is that it, Ryan?
Yeah, I think that's it for
Yeah.
me.
Frank, what you playing?
I'm still playing EVE Online.
That's how many weeks in a row?
Interesting.
3 that you've been on the show that you've been playing EVE Online, but you've been playing EVE Online since before we moved to the new place.
Yeah,
Well,
it's there's a free to play.
Right.
wasn't it a couple days ago that I think it was Sunday where you were doing Eve stuff and then you went into the other room to do something and you came back and your ship had almost been destroyed.
Yeah.
Well,
That'll happen.
What was that about?
I was transporting goods from one place to another, and it's faster if you do it manually, but if you put it on auto, it takes a while. So
Okay.
if you put it on auto, you can get up and do something else and come back.
Right.
So, and this time, I almost get destroyed. But I outfitted some of my ships with defensive capabilities, so it was tougher to beat it. And the police got there and probably destroyed them.
The police are
The space
those
police.
Yeah,
are the
space
space
police.
police NPCs or
Yes.
Okay. So I didn't know if there was I don't know if I could get hired to be space police
Space
for this
police.
video game
Well, you could.
and then just run
Really?
around and just pew 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 and
Well, he could be police for a private sector in space.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
well I mean hired for real money.
Yeah,
Really?
Oh wow.
yeah.
What?
You could do that for almost any game.
I mean, I guess
EVE Online's. I keep telling you, EVE Online's probably the most realistic space simulation out there. Not cockpit wise, but I don't know,
Oh.
economy wise and whatnot.
I remember you were talking about telling me how the bank system worked.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
no. There is a player-owned bank
Oh yeah.
Whoa. That's crazy.
run by actual players and stuff.
A stupid throwaway account. If you can't donate because you need to eat ramen, then you need to eat ramen. And we're totally okay with you eating ramen.
Oh yeah.
So-
I think all of us Yeah, because I think all of us in college know what the ramen diet was like.
Oh yeah, I had that diet in
Yep.
high school. It was great.
Yeah, I had that diet.
So yeah, if you need ramen, ramen. And Christopher Ninja, all those things. Says, bounty hunter? Well, maybe. Like, I guess if I,
a little
got paid
kinda.
per job instead of, paid
a salary,
then I guess that would be how it'd be. Which, then, no! If I was a space bounty hunter...
You'd be a space cowboy and you'd be eating ramen every day because you couldn't afford food because you sucked at your job somehow, and you smoking cigarettes, but it wouldn't be cigarettes because you couldn't afford cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
It would be space weed.
The only reason someone
Space weed!
The only reason someone would actually pay you is if you're so damn good at it.
Yeah, but I was saying in a moderator kind of sense, if the company was all like, hey, yeah, go around and be space police. But yeah, if I was so damn good at it and and I could wear my Lupin the Third inspired suit and get my hair all poofy and yeah.
Well, I mean, you could do that, but it ain't gonna. You're not going to be looking at your character, what you're doing.
I don't have to. It's for me.
Okay.
I'm doing it for me.
All right.
It's for my own self-confidence.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So it doesn't matter if people know that I'm look like Spike Spiegel, like a knockoff Spike Spiegel sitting at a computer in a living room somewhere.
Catching space criminals.
Catching space criminals on the interwebs. So... Maruchan is my heaven sent. Yes.
It's good ramen.
Yeah, Marchan's good.
Maruchan is good. It is good instant ramen. Instant ramen is dope. So hey, look, they're kind of getting along.
Kinda.
Anyway.
What are you playing?
What am I playing?
What are you playing?
I've been playing Panel de Pon, which is the
Josh,
Japanese version
what
of
are you
Tetris
playing?
Attack. Panel de Pon.
Oh, what?
Panel de Pon.
Paddle pong?
Panel de Pon.
Pony.
What?
What
are you doing?
I'm just joshing with you.
Oh.
Wow, he got you good.
He got me.
And you've been playing it on the Super Famicom Mini.
On the Super Famicom Mini, which, whoop womp womp, is something that Ryan here got me for my birthday.
Hey.
It's got a whole bunch of games on it. Slightly different selection than the American and European versions. Panel de Pon is one of the differences. Panel de Pon is, as we were explaining earlier, the Japanese version of Tetris Attack, which has some slightly different music and completely different branding. It's got fairy girls and dragons and phoenixes and
Mermaid chicks
and some sort of this is obviously Sailor Moon, sort of thing going on,
Yeah.
or at least the Princess Serenity sort of thing.
Yeah.
What do they call her? Is she just Princess Usagi in the Japanese version, or is she Serenity? Or what? You watched Sailor Moon,
Yeah,
actually
I know,
watched it.
but no, they don't call her Princess Usagi. It's either Princess or Usagi. They don't really.
Well, I didn't know when she was in her princess dress in the future.
They call
or
her
whatever.
they call her Serenity.
Serenity. Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know if that was one
yeah.
of the English changes, because they've got
they
different
don't
names.
put Princess and Usagi together. Those do not.
Okay,
go
so
in the same sentence
Serenity
out of the
then.
same
Okay,
mouth of
so
person.
they got a rip off of her also, who's the queen of puzzles or something. I don't know. And we're playing that. It's a basic match 3 style game for anyone who's never played Tetris Attack. And there's a versus mode on it where if you get more than 3 in a combination, it will send a block over to the other person's side that makes it harder for them to do stuff. So,
Actually,
what?
I actually do remember we did try to play Tetris Attack for the old Let's Play show, but the emulator wouldn't register the second controller. So
Oh yeah.
and that was,
I remember
now
that.
I remember. I just barely remembered it today.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. Yeah,
Okay.
see,
Yeah.
We really need to get a larger TV.
or we need to sit closer by pulling the couch out.
Also that.
A bigger TV?
Yeah, we could probably get one 75 inches across here. I don't know.
I mean, something as large. I mean, it'd be nice to have something as large as the fireplace.
First
I can
world
see why.
problems.
Holy fuck, first world problems. I know, right? Ridiculous. But anyway.
And the man.
And the man, bangarang! Someone was talking at work the other day about how there's a prequel to Hook that Dante Basco was in
Clunk.
called Bangarang, and it's on YouTube. It was crowdfunded. Anyway, Clunk.
Let's see. So we got Ping Pong, Pan the Pong, Pan the Man, and then Stupid Throwaway says, I just use an emulator to play my
NES and
SNES games, but I guess it's cool to have a physical console that's dedicated to retro. It is pretty cool.
It is a neat...
It does take up space, though.
But it takes up like this much space.
Yeah.
So...
but then you also have like extra wires. That's a bummer.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, it's pretty cool to actually like just be able to turn it on and go.
Yeah, and I have a whole bunch of retro consoles at my place for
you have all the consoles.
Yeah, for like playing on Twitch.
So yeah, it's a fun thing to have.
It gives the authentic experience.
There's also the European version. I was given that as well because Ryan bought all three.
I bought all three.
I haven't even opened this one up.
It's all good.
So
you have one in English and one Japanese. So.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, this has got the selection. This has got the American selection of games, I think.
Yeah,
which is pretty awesome.
So
and it has a bit of a different menu.
So totally, like that's cool. But yeah, the Famicom one, that's definitely like
maybe I'll get around to playing Zelda for real.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, Link to the Past?
Yeah.
Yep, it's on there.
Oh right, like I was thinking about playing Link to the Past in Japanese because I know it well enough that like I don't actually have to read anything. So, but yeah, that would be a good excuse, a good reason. You know, we've had Link to the Past for so long on the Wii.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot.
And then when I had the 3DS, there was a Link Between Worlds also. Stupid throwaway account. It is just like how some people collect arcade machines. I want a certain arcade machine.
Yeah, I think we all know which one it is.
It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not Turtles in Time, but the original. Which, speaking of, we need to throw out
a word for our sponsors.
PDP sent us more Pixel Pals. This time, they are Ninja Turtle themed. So we got Leonardo, Raphael, we got the Shredder, and a Foot Ninja.
Yep, I showed these last week on my broadcast.
The Foot Ninja are pretty badass. Just saying.
These are just the same as the other ones. They're very pixely looking, and they light up, and you can daisy chain them together and everything. And so it's super cool that PDP keeps sending us these.
Oh yeah, actually one person complained on the Battle Geek Plus Twitter saying like, well, why don't they look like the actual NES Konami ones? Well, I mean...
Because Pixel Pals is like its own branding.
Yeah.
Like, they all have the same style.
Yeah, it's all branding. It's done in the same style as the Mega Mans, and maybe there's maybe there's like a copyright thing going on with Konami.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. But I think just for a simpler reason, it's just so it's consistent with the Mega Man design.
Yeah, uniformity there.
Yep.
So here, we can just set these off to the side.
All right, cool.
And
so big thanks to PDP for sending these to us, and we shall probably get a lot more in the future.
Yay!
Super sweet. All I want is a ratchet. That's all I want in my life.
A ratchet.
A ratchet. Yes.
So, anywho, now we all know what we're all playing. So, we can get rid of that, Ryan. Bam, right there. And we can move on to our topics. We have news topics this week. 4 topics, as always. And let's see where Audacity's sitting at right now. Audacity's sitting at 23 minutes, 32 seconds.
Yep, this is for our audio-only version if you listen to it on iTunes.
Yes. So, now I gotta set everything back up. There we go. Cool.
Let's see. Stupid throwaway account says, and a clank. You know, I didn't see a clank whenever we were checking them out, checking out the Pixel Pals. And so, that'd be pretty cool. I would like to have a clank also. But I'm fine with just having Ratchet.
Oh, and also he also mentions that, you know, like there is also a lot of do-it-yourself arcades. Our friend Bill made an arcade machine years ago.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He did. And like I've been thinking about possibly instead of buying an original TMNT arcade machine, getting our friend Miguel to help me make like a recreation of it.
Yeah, and weren't you going to have like an Android operating system in there?
There's a lot of different
like
guts that we've been discussing as to how we're going to make it work.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So we will take a look at that. Anyway, topics. We have 4 of them every week. Well, usually 4 of them. It's 4 of them most weeks. And this week we're starting off with Rocksteady. No, not the Rhino.
Oh, okay. I was super confused for a second.
No, Rocksteady, the developer
of
Oh.
Batman.
Okay.
Of the
Arkham games.
Arkham games.
Right?
All right.
So-
What are they doing?
We don't know yet.
But
They're
said,
hinting something.
Yeah,
Oh,
but they
really?
said
Yeah.
our minds are going to be blown.
That's all
That's
they've
all
said.
they
is
said.
That is that fans will lose it. It meaning they're poopy, and they will lose their poop. And the thing is, before that news article, before you found that,
Yeah.
I'd recently been on the Batman Arkham subreddit,
Okay.
and Rocksteady's Twitter account has recently started becoming a bit more active again,
Ooh.
and they're posting Arkham stuff.
All
Like
right.
concept art and photos and things like that, like they're gearing up for some sort of announcement. Now,
Okay.
as far as we know, they're done with Batman. They did their trilogy. They're done. That's it. But some people are holding on to hope against hope because what they're posting is Batman stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that would be great because Rocksteady did a fantastic job on the Arkham games.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there were some downsides, some big downsides to the third one with like the tank and the supposed Batmobile and the racetracks. You know, that was disappointing.
There was upsides too.
Oh yeah, totally. No, it was a great game aside from that.
It was.
But
yeah, but what?
I don't know. Like, you know, like you said, they did their trilogy. I like to think that they would move on. I don't want them getting stuck on one thing.
Well, they might be moving on to another superhero franchise
Okay.
because I mean, even before
Batman
Arkham
Beyond?
Knight,
Oh my god, I would lose my shit.
Yeah, I was my shit
That
too.
would be amazing.
rocket around Gotham.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my God.
Oh, that would be so great. Oh, they'd have to put a limiter to that, obviously, because he can't just be all like...
No, I would.
I mean, I obviously...
Batman
maybe
Year
at the
One?
beginning.
It was WB that did
Origins.
Yeah, and that one was
not
disappointing.
Yeah, but even before Arkham Knight came out, people were talking about them doing maybe like a Justice League game. There was a lot of references to Metropolis and Lex Luthor and stuff like that.
I instantly lost all interest.
in Arkham Knight, and also there's been some speculation that they might be doing like a Wonder Woman game.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that would be pretty rad.
Stupid throwaway account says, "What about a Black Panther game?" That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
I
really cool.
have not watched the official trailer because trailers are super bad about just ruining the movie. But I am so stoked to go see Black Panther. I cannot fucking wait. Like, I was so excited. The best part about the last Marvel movie that we went to go see, and it was like the, you know, fucking
Civil War.
Civil War. And I was like, everyone's like, oh my god, Spider-Man's gonna be in it. And I was like, that's cool and whatever. I'm like, oh my god, Black Panther. That would be cool if they had a video game for that. And I'm super.
Spider-Man was cool.
Yeah, Spider-Man was cool. That was great.
like-
And Homecoming was a great movie. It was a fabulous movie. But I am super stoked for Black Panther. And
No, it's gonna be a rad movie too.
Oh my god. I'm
But-
so excited.
no,
and
like-
it would be really cool if they did do a Black Panther video game. That'd be really neat.
Oh,
like,
in
she's-
Arkham style. Yeah.
She was just like, yeah, Spider-Man, that's cool. I guess like me in the theater, like as soon as like in Civil War, like it did a location switch to Queens, I was just like,
Yeah.
and there's this random guy over next to me, and I'm just like, you know, and yeah, I was excited about that. But yeah, Black Panther, that would be a cool game to make. Modbot, or was that Moobot?
Yeah, Moobot.
Moobot. Moo, I am the Moobot. You have so many bots on this show.
Ryan, you need to stop the shit.
You need to knock off the Decepticons.
They're
It's my
becoming
army.
sentient, Ryan.
They need to start fighting each other.
Actually, I can make them fight each other.
You should do that. You start like a jousting game,
Yeah, I
and
could.
people can place bets or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can place
we'll
bets.
probably do that next stream.
That sounds like a great idea. Which, by
Hashtag
the way-
gambling.
Which, by the way, next week, next Tuesday, is Ryan's birthday. We're not going to be doing a podcast, but we will be streaming
But we'll be
games
streaming.
and whatever. So that'd be cool. And then the next week after that is Halloween. I highly doubt we're also going to be doing a podcast because fuck that. That's my favorite holiday. We ain't going to do shit. But we will probably stream some games.
She observes it in a very religious way.
Extremely.
And by religious, I mean like extremely Halloweeny.
As in, you know, if you don't get dressed up on Halloween, you're a sad human being, and I'm sorry.
She grew up in like the same place where A Nightmare Before Christmas took place.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
So yeah,
That's so
see?
sweet.
And she finds that to be a compliment. So yeah. So the chat will be in hell. Well, Gabe, we've been trying to decide what sort of chat game to put in the chat for a while.
There's so many to choose from, though.
There's a lot to choose from, and there's some, like, I don't really want to, like, steal directly from some of the people that, like, I like to watch, but, like, we've been kind of figuring it out, and, like, hopefully we'll get something set up soon, because a chat game would be super fun. And, like, you collect points, and, like, I don't know what the points would be for, but you'd have them, and maybe, like, other stuff, and maybe consolidating some of these bots down a little bit, too, to just a couple that have various functions. But hey, this is a work in progress, so let us know what you think. And also, to anybody who wants to answer this, what do you think Rocksteady is working on? What do you think they're going to announce? People in the chat right now, let me know. People who are listening to this as a podcast, you know, hit us up in the YouTube comments or Twitter at BattleGeek+. Let us know what you think Rocksteady is up to.
Hashtag waxing pixels.
Hashtag Rocksteady, what are you up to?
What if they were going to do a Nightwing
Do you make
game?
games? Nightwing game?
Yeah.
That'd be rad.
Yeah,
That'd be
cool.
super badass.
That would be.
Nightwing.
Alright, let's see.
Nightbot.
So, spooky, scary... I can't see what
It's
that's
spooky.
What?
Spooky Scary Bones.
Oh, Spooky Scary Bones. Okay, and then also...
He's gonna be an
Stupid Throwaway.
eggplant
Oh, he's going to be an
emoji.
eggplant?
Eggplant emoji.
For Halloween, not being ironic, I found it online. That's amazing. That's
So-
super awesome. That's hilarious. I love that.
A Teen Titans game.
Teen Titans
That would
game.
be awesome.
Okay, that would be interesting.
Gabe suggested a Teen Titans game, maybe a Justice League game. A Stupid Throwaway account suggested DC Online, Batman only.
And just like there's like 30 Batman just running around an entire like block.
That would be awesome.
Beating up thugs.
There's like...
I would play that.
You would
totally play
And,
that.
be running down the middle-
everyone walks up to each other and be all like, I'm Batman. And be like, no, I'm Batman.
No, I would be Adam West Batman.
Exactly.
Of course you would be.
You'd be like running down the middle of the street.
No. And then Frank would be Michael Keaton Batman.
Yes,
Yes.
he would. Yes, he would.
He would. He totally would. Look at those eyebrows. Look at his
Speaking of the
eyebrows
night,
as he runs away.
Speaking of the night, I gotta go back.
Okay.
All
Bye,
right, good night,
Frank.
Frank.
Yeah.
So, we've lost one. But that's okay. Let us continue.
Batman Battle Racers.
Bat Tank Battle Racers.
Oh, that
says
sounds like a bad
Christopher.
idea.
That, I think it'd be a fun idea.
No.
Like
Not for
as,
me.
Oh no, it would be DLC, but not. It's a DLC, not.
like a Batman Mario Kart.
Transformers.
Oh, dude, I would play as the Joker. I would drive the Joker mobile. That would be
Batman
amazing.
Mario Kart?
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god, no. If
Let's make this
if
again.
it was Batman Online, Batman only, like I would totally want to be playing as like Batman from Zero and R.
That was like
Yeah.
one of the things I was thinking of also. There's just
It'd
like
be
a
so
bunch
great.
of Batman running around and like you're just in purple and yellow with a literal baseball bat.
Yes.
You know? Like that would, I am Batman of Zeradar! So, anywho,
So much Batman.
enough of that. We can move on to our next topic. Topic number 2 is EA shuts down Visceral Games.
No, this
Is
is
this bad?
this is an absolute tragedy. Actually,
Well, EA has this history of
Being terrible.
running around
Yeah.
and just like eating developers and just destroying their
And
studios.
spitting them
Oh,
out.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Ryan, lead us through this.
All right, so Visceral Games is most popular for developing the Dead Space series, which I did, which I played on the Xbox 360, and I enjoyed the first one. I never finished it, but damn, that game was fucking scary. But yeah, I always constantly see the Dead Space series on sale on Steam, like all the time. Like,
Really?
Yeah, like the entire trilogy is like only $10, but you know, I keep wanting to pick it up. I'm like, I'm too scared to play because the first one was scary as hell. And from what I heard, they were going to develop a Star Wars game, a Star Wars action-adventure game, which probably would have been really cool, but now they just said, nope, we're getting rid of Visceral Games.
You know, was there a fourth Dead Space, or are there only 3?
I know there's 3 of them. There might have been a spin-off. I'd have to look it up.
Well,
though.
I mean, the third one ended with, you know, basically a cliffhanger of them trying to be all like, now we have to save the solar system or galaxy or whatever.
What is that?
Like,
Vivezino V?
Hey, how's it going, Vivezino V?
Hey, welcome!
Yo!
Anyway, you were saying.
Oh, yeah. No, I watched Let's Plays of all the Dead Space.
Okay, well, I never finished any of them.
Oh, well, I watched them all the way through, and I watched them with a guy who... he's Swedish. I'm pretty sure...
It's not PewDiePie, obviously.
Oh, fuck no, I would never watch that trash. I know that these last, couple of years, he's been, up on the chopping block for all the stupid shit he's doing, but really it feels like he's just doing that to, somehow become relevant, even though he's, the highest earning YouTuber ever of all fucking time. I hated his shit well before then. I remember coming across one of his videos, and I couldn't even get through it because just the constant screaming and yelling he did, and he very much panders to 12-year-old audiences.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it. But no, it was he's Swedish, and I think his name is David Anderson, I think I could be way off, but he is hilarious, and he's really laid back, and he scares really easily. So, he'll just be, running, and then, the tiniest little thing, he'll see something, and he'll be like, oh my god! He plays on PC, and you could, and, the camera will go crazy because he'll almost throw his mouse, and it's hilarious. And, I watched him play all three, and at the end of the last one, you get at the end of the last one, it kind of just leaves you hanging, but you can get DLC. He got the DLC, he played it, and, at the end, you end up leaving wherever you're at and going back home, being like, yay, I saved the universe or the solar system or the galaxy or whatever. And then you get there, and then it's all there's an invasion getting ready to happen on your planet again.
Oh, crap.
And that's where it ends, and that's it. So, yeah.
And now this series is going to be gone.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to bring up a list of companies that EA has assimilated and pretty much tossed to the wayside.
I was going to ask you about that. There was what do we got here?
Let's see,
let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger for us to look at.
Yeah.
There we go. So what we got? Origin, Westwood, Criterion. I remember Criterion.
Yeah, but I remember
I've heard of Mythic Games or Entertainment,
and also Maxis, who used to develop SimCity.
BioWare, really? Oh, bummer.
Yep. BioWare.
Bullfrog,
who actually did develop Theme Park, and which I have on GOG, but I haven't played through all of it yet.
And
what's that little red one right there?
Up at the top?
Yeah.
Dice.
Dice. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dice.
And then Visceral. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 studios.
Well, it sounds like somebody needs to put a hit out on EA.
Right? They're just running around killing everybody.
Oh man, I went to EA Play last year before E3, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't know they were going to do this shit to Visceral Games.
How dare they?
How dare they?
Let's see. Need to get the DLC for Dead Space 3. It was interesting. Of what I remember of it involved cultiness that was neat. Kind of went in this weird direction of you didn't know what was real and what wasn't. So it's lots of hallucinations. So there are parts where I had no idea what the fuck was happening. So that was pretty cool. But like I said, I just watched it. I didn't play it.
Well, I assume the games will still be up on Steam and anywhere else you can buy them, but there's probably not going to be any more new games.
Now, also one thing I do want to say, in EA's favor, though, just for the sake of fairness, they aren't laying off everybody on the studio. They're actually moving them into other jobs. They're still working for EA. It's just that development team has been split up, basically.
Oh, okay.
So now they're just going to work on Madden and Battlefield.
Pretty much. And then the new Star Wars game that Visceral was working on is being moved to EA Vancouver. And how that's going to turn out or what's going to change from here, nobody knows. It was going to be a pretty linear action-adventure game that was taking a lot of fan input and whatnot for making it better. who knows what's going to go on from there.
Yeah.
Let's see, Gabe says that a couple of those are still alive for the moment.
BioWare and
Dice and BioWare. Okay.
So they are still alive. Okay.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. I actually did hear a lot of bad things about the latest Mass Effect game, Mass Effect Andromeda. I heard there's a lot of problems with that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember seeing whenever it came out, like a lot of people were like losing their minds and like, oh my god, it's finally here! But I hadn't really looked into it, so I didn't realize that there were some problems going on.
No, me neither. Anywho, moving on to our third topic for the evening. Sony's making Switch games.
What?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, Sony is making a new, I don't know how I want to put it, kind of branch
Okay.
called Untie.
Unite?
Untie. I initially misread it as Unite, and then as I kept reading, I saw Untie.
Untie.
Yeah, Untie. And Untie is for the publishing of indie games.
Okay.
Like to make
like this.
to get around like so much of the red tape and publishing fees and stuff like that, to get more indie games out there for more people.
Okay.
And to sort of untie, like because publishing indie games, like there's a lot of things that tie you down.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
untie.
I get it.
So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
I certainly like the idea of being able to get Steam games on the Switch.
So there's only one title planned for the Switch so far, and that is it's called Unties. My bad, not Untie. Unties.
Unties.
So Switch. There is
Tiny Metal?
Yeah. So there's a game called Tiny Metal, and that's going to be on the Switch as well as PS4 and PC and whatnot. And so yeah, Sony is publishing games on the Switch in the sense that they're finding indie games and putting them on as many platforms as possible.
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you,
That's good.
Sony.
Thanks, Sony.
Exactly. So
Oh wow, I just got really excited all of a sudden.
right? Now, this isn't the first time that Sony has published games on a non-PlayStation console. Sony Online Entertainment, they did put out PlanetSide 2 and Payday the Heist on PC. Sony Online
Payday's
Entertainment
that one that they always have that booth outside the hall at
at E3 where they have the masks.
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
I never know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what that is. So PlanetSide 2 and Payday the Heist on PC. Sony Online Entertainment is not the PlayStation brand itself. I mean, it's like Sony owns the PlayStation brand,
yeah.
owns Sony Online Entertainment.
Oh wait,
So
did Sony make the Hook game back on the Super Nintendo?
they at least published it.
Oh, publish it. Okay, yeah, because I also know they did the Bram Stoker Dracula's game on the Super Nintendo.
Right, which that Hook game was super rad. That was like I remember like being like I remember renting Hook for SNES and playing that at my dad's house, and then back at home I have a NES and I got Hook for NES. And Hook for NES sucked. Like Hook was good on everything but the NES and the Game Boy,
And
which both of
it-
those, the NES and the Game Boy versions were pretty much the same game. But
And
yeah,
was that also published by Sony?
yes.
Okay.
Like Sony, like they had a big hand in it.
So they can publish games on other consoles.
Well, they didn't even have a PlayStation back then. You know,
Okay.
like that was still
Oh,
something
yeah.
that they were trying to develop as an add-on to the Super Nintendo.
Right.
So, but yeah, there are. It's not like Sony presents, you know, Crash Bandicoot Switch, you know, or something like
Yeah,
that.
so we're not going to be seeing Uncharted on the Switch either.
No.
Or Sony exclusive brands.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I would feel if they decided to suddenly put Uncharted on the Switch. That'd be weird to me.
Yeah.
Super weird to me.
I mean, if
But it's cool that they are bringing indie games. though.
right,
Yeah,
but
no, that's fucking great.
But yeah, it's not one of these things where it's all like, you know, where like Sega just like went straight up third party and like now you can play all the Sonic games that you're never gonna buy, you know, on
Yeah.
on Nintendo consoles and all that stuff. I don't know. I did buy Sonic games back like during like when they moved all their Dreamcast stuff over to the GameCube.
Oh,
Like,
Dreamcast.
Oh yeah,
Such a great
Good old
doorstop.
Dreamcast.
I did get those. So, Dreamcast.
Oh, Dreamcast. I still have mine. It's still awesome.
Of course you do.
I never had a Dreamcast. One of my friends did though, and I played Sonic Adventure on it, and I played one of the Dead or Alive games on it. So I remember it was Dead or Alive specifically for two reasons. One, because when you knock someone out of bounds, like you went to another arena, and the other was because
Yeah. Boobies everywhere.
yeah. So yeah.
Let's see, they kept breaking and coming back to life.
Oh, the Dreamcast?
Oh yeah.
How many do you have, Christopher? He says that he has a few Dreamcasts. They keep breaking and coming back to life.
Yeah, I got mine in 2000 and it's still working pretty good.
I can't read it from here. They could
What?
probably format.
They probably format LBG on the Switch.
Let's see. And
Possibly.
Then, okay, and then Christopher says I still have a few. They
Yes,
kept breaking.
3, maybe a 4th in storage.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
lot of Dreamcast.
That's. Are you Ryan?
No,
he's
he's he's Nathan Barnett.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Nathan Barnett, who we needs a. He's still hoping for the Dreamcast 2.
Yeah.
So, Gabe, well, if you need a Dreamcast, Gabe says that he needs to get a Dreamcast. If
Talk
you
to
need a
Christopher.
Dreamcast,
He's right there in the chat.
talk to Christopher.
yeah,
He might be able to dig one out of storage for you. Christopher is apparently the discount Dreamcast warehouse, like outlet venue. So, Christopher, you said you needed some passive income. Here you go.
Sell those Dreamcasts, baby.
So those Dreamcasts.
At least like 2 of them. So yeah. Anyway, so Sony unties multi-platform indie games.
Stoked.
Yeah, like hopefully we get to see them at E3 next year.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
that would be pretty rad.
Like I'm already
I'd
thinking
like to
of at
cover
least
those.
a couple of games that are already out that would super be awesome to be ported over to like the Switch and would get me to buy them more likely.
Like what?
Like Invisible Ink. I've always wanted to try that game.
That game.
I've always wanted to try it. I bought it
Right.
because you know how I am. Because I don't buy shit.
You're just
And-
like, oh, that costs money. I don't want to touch it. And I'm just like, ah, that costs money. I've got a credit card.
Yeah, I know.
Like
and I
that.
That costs money. Oh, I have.
ram that credit card down your throat. Make you
That
choke
costs
on
money.
it.
I have it now.
So, what?
I love you.
Love you too. But, yeah. So, anyway, our last topic for the evening is IGN gets Humble Bundle.
Ooh.
Okay. I have no idea what Humble Bumble is. Tell me.
Humble Bumble. Humble
Wait,
Bumble.
what I say?
Humble Bundle.
Humble Bumble.
Humble Bumble.
Shut up! Okay, I don't know whatever this thing is.
Humble
Okay,
Bumble.
well, alright, okay, I gotta explain because
IGN gets Humble Bumble.
okay.
Humble Bumble. We need to change that.
I'm so
I
sorry.
wanna. Can we still edit that? Like,
Yeah, we
now?
can.
I'm crying. I can't see it. Where's my thing to
had to
edit it?
double click it.
Okay, there we go. IGN
You asshole.
gets Humble Bumble. There we go. IGN gets Humble Bumble.
Humble Bumble is
We're gonna put it right here, right under you.
Yeah,
This is your topic.
I don't know anything about this Humble Bumble.
IGN gets Humble Bumble.
If you're listening to the audio version,
If you're listening to the audio version, we have over on one side of the screen, we have the topics listed, and I just changed IGN gets Humble Bundle to IGN gets Humble Bumble, and I just set it right underneath Heather. So, like, it's just chilling with her
Oh my
right now.
God.
IGN gets Humble Bumble. All right, so Ryan, what's the Humble Bumble?
okay, so Humble Bumble, blah, blah. I can't even say it right now because of this.
Bumble Bumble.
Okay, Humble Bundle is okay. It's a thing where it's kind of like you pay. Okay, like you kind of pay for how much you want for a whole bunch of games. Like let's say if you pay $5, you can get like 5 games.
Okay.
But if you want to get like Bumble thing, thanks, Gabe. This is
Wait, Humble Bumble. What? I can't read it.
Hosted by Buck Bumble.
Oh, okay. Buck Bumble. Oh my god.
Well, anyways, yeah. So Humble Bundle. Okay, I can say it correctly now. Yeah. So like, but if you want, like higher tier games,
Nuck
like
Bumbles. Who's Nuck?
That's a typo.
Josh keeps changing the title for those who are
Bug-
listening to
Bumbles,
the audio
Bumble.
version.
Oh god. Oh god. Well, anyways, yeah. So, but if you want to like buy like like more AAA games, like you'll have to pay like maybe up to 15 to 20. You'll have to pay up to 15 to 20 bucks for a Humble Bundle. Like, let's say for example, a couple of months ago. You could buy all 4 of the Dead Rising games for about $10 on the Humble Bumble bundle. Shit.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, hey John, how's it going? You're here late, but that's cool.
What up, John?
Okay.
We're talking about the Humble Bumble, hosted by Buck
Yeah,
Bumble.
you totally just missed that whole thing, John.
Okay, so anyways, but if you want to add maybe the Resident Evil games to that, you'll have to pay $20 for the Humble Bundle. So like, yeah, you can pay you can pay like in tiers and stuff. But now IGN's acquired Humble.
Wait. Pay in tiers or tears? Like crying tears or level tears?
In both.
Okay.
Probably both. But yeah, like, so now IGN has acquired Humble Bundle. There we go. I said it right this time. For reasons, so I was saying like, well, Humble Bundle, yes. Humble Bundle thinks, hey, IGN is the... Humble Bundle is the perfect partner to sell like their games. And, I know Humble Bundle has been doing pretty well for the past couple of years, and IGN's a good business partner to have. But some people are speculating, well, maybe in this time of where ad revenue is kind of wonky because of ad blockers and stuff, and especially with all that stuff going on YouTube, IGN just wants to expand their horizons by having more streams of income, and it makes sense to acquire another source of income like Humble Bundle, yes.
Hosted by Buck Bumble.
And also, they want to have people get IGN Prime.
For a second, I thought you were dying over there.
No, I was.
I thought that was like legit death. That was some good acting.
I was trying to, I was trying to hide their main motive for acquiring Humble Bundle because like they need to sell them IGN Prime subscriptions, and hey, you might get one if you buy a Humble Bundle, and I honestly don't have a lot of good things to say about IGN. E3 party, but I know there's not all bad people there, but still, IGN is just IGN. I won't say anything more.
Well, it sounds like they made a very good choice in acquiring this bundle system.
Yes.
And it sounds neat. I haven't even, like I said, I didn't even know this was a thing.
Although it's kind of funny to think about it, a journalist site acquires a site that sells games that they review.
Huh.
Something
Okay.
like that. We're going to start seeing a lot of higher IGN scores for games that are being featured in Humble Bundle.
Humble Bumble.
Humble Bumble.
Oh,
wow, this game got a 9, and it's being sold on Humble Bundle.
A stupid throwaway account just saw me changing all the topics, said instead of Rocksteady Rocks, maybe Rocksteady Rolls. That's also good.
It's another developer.
But yeah, Dave says...
I didn't notice you switched them all.
I was doing it while you were talking.
Okay.
Rocksteady Rocks, EA eats another developer, Sony switches it up, and Buck Bumble's Humble Bumble. So, yeah.
But yeah, I do think IGN has some ulterior motive for acquiring Humble Bundle.
Well, it is IGN, which, you pretty much already stated. But
they did state that they have plenty of journalistic integrity and wouldn't do that to us and things like that.
It's good.
I don't know.
Well, that may be fine and dandy and whatever, but I know that whenever I see an IGN score for a game, I'm usually like, yeah, this is probably bullshit.
Yeah.
So
I'm still mad at them for the review they did of Double Dragon Neon.
And Star Fox 2.
Oh yeah, Star Fox 2. That was more recent, but yeah.
Yeah, I
Star
guess...
Fox 2, it was pretty much like, yeah, this game's alright, but it's not like 4K and have like modern.
Oh, okay.
You know, they were just kind of like,
Yeah.
It's like the game was made in like 1994.
And what was their complaint about Double Dragon Neon?
They got someone who doesn't like beat 'em up games to review it.
Oh, okay. So I did not realize that this review that you were talking about was an actual IGN review.
No, it was a real
I
review.
had no idea about that.
It was real.
And that's fucking ridiculous. And IGN, you should be more ashamed of yourself than normal.
Like,
because what the fuck, dude?
No, to
like,
become so successful,
I'm not
you
gonna
don't have
sit
any
down.
shame.
If I sat down and I started becoming a game reviewer on Twitch or whatever, and all the games I reviewed were first-person shooters. That's just stupid. I hate first-person shooters.
No one would take your opinion seriously on
exactly,
that.
because I hate those
first-person
games.
shooters. And like you're just like, yeah, you run forward and you shoot crap and you die a lot from people who call you slurs that are, you know...
And tell me that they fucked
you...
my mom or something.
Yeah, totally. So, 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10 IGN.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's going to happen with.
But I mean, like, gaming
reviews.
rating systems have been stupid for a long time anyway. Like Metacritic, like you kind of get an idea, but for the most part, like the way it even kind of goes nowadays, like what, that game's a 7? 7's like the worst score there is. You know,
That's
it
true,
is pretty
yeah.
much like how like it's been for a really long time. So like all good games are like 9 or 9.5, and then like everything that's like still totally playable is like a 7, but a 7 is like the same as 0, you know?
Yeah.
Never do they dip into the territory of like, this game is super horrible, 4. You know, like nobody does that very often. So, yeah, but it could be a bit shady. Christopher says Rocksteady Bebops.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So.
World domination.
But, whatever. We'll see how it turns out. At the very least, even if the reviews kind of become a little shady, at least we still got Humble Bundle, and it's hosted by Buck Bumble. So, get your Bumbles.
Bumble.
All right.
Humble Bumble.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I'm glad I helped out, guys.
You did. You helped out immensely. So, anyway, all right. So, let's see. Yeah, we've been on for about an hour. We've gotten through our 4 topics for the evening. I think it's about time to start wrapping it up. But first, everybody in the chat, how you doing? How you liking the show so far?
Yeah, and hi to all the new people that came in today, too.
Yeah, new people came in today.
Hey, how's it going?
People who accidentally followed us and set up notifications, like a stupid throwaway account. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
For remaining even through that mistake you made. I hope you like the show. What have you liked so far? What have you disliked so far? Let us know in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, or you are listening to the podcast on, podcasting hardware.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
My brain just kind of turned off. iTunes.
It is iTunes.
iTunes or whatever. Like, hit us up at Battle Geek Plus on Twitter. There we go. I almost said Twitch.
Twitch.
just Twitch at us.
Twitch at us.
So.
Oh my god.
But yeah. Good to know. So far, let's see, Gabe and a stupid throwaway account said, it good, is been good.
Awesome.
Good is good. We like good. Good is awesome.
Good is always great.
Press start to awesome. Anyway, while we're getting a few more responses rolling in, Ryan, what else does Battle Geek Plus do, and when else does it do it, and where else can they dose?
Alright, so we also have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/BattleGeekPlus. We post awesome video game memories, which is our main review show. We review games and we do our own special, retrospective memories of them. Every single Tuesday we release them, and also we do. My brain froze.
You do retrospective reviews.
Yeah, my brain froze.
I think we do streaming on Twitch.
Oh yeah, we also play games on Twitch at twitch.tv/BattleGeekPlus.
That's where you are right now, all you live audience people.
Although this week I am not going to be playing games because I am going to be going to TwitchCon this weekend.
Oh,
so I'm not going to be playing games on Twitch this weekend because I'm going to the event for Twitch this weekend. And also next week, like we said earlier, we're not going to have we're not going to have podcast for 2 weeks because next week is my birthday. I'm
Yay!
turning 36, so I will be 18 2 times.
There you go, math.
And
You
then,
can buy twice as many cigarettes.
but we will be playing games on we will be playing games on Twitch for my birthday at the same exact time. So it's like we've never left. We're just not going to be talking about gaming news.
You can also join twice as many armies.
Yes, we can.
But you can't buy twice as many booze.
That's right.
No, not for a little while longer.
And also, the week after that is Halloween. We're not going to be doing a podcast that week either, but we will be playing more games on Twitch.
Yay! And oh my god, we all need to dress up.
Yep.
I told you, if you don't dress up on
I'm
Halloween,
totally dressing up.
I'm totally dressing up.
There's a problem, okay?
I'm going to dress up as an 80s dude like I always do.
What?
No, you need a real costume,
Okay,
right?
a real costume.
What about that Mega Man costume you tweeted? Like the official Mega Man costume?
Yeah, I should come.
With like the spandex and like the foam helmet.
Maybe I should do.
And any of you that end up joining us, like I'm telling you now, because like Gabe, I demand that you dress up, and while you watch us, you too, Christopher, and John too, and we'll need to tell Joe he needs to dress up and watch us, and
Yeah, Joe will actually need to be here instead of being in bed like an adult or something. But yeah.
And also observation about Frank.
Oh, yeah. So, Stupid Throwaway Account says, observation, it looked like Frank was doing homework the whole time.
he was sketching. He does sketch stuff and whatnot. He likes to do character designs and whatever. And he's also the type of guy that he needs to have something else to do. He does like to sit and listen to conversations. He's not a huge conversationalist. If you listen to past podcasts, he doesn't talk very often, but he usually does sit with us, and he does give opinions. He will make jokes, but he needs to like preoccupy himself. He can't just sit and listen. So he's usually sketching something. He's usually like twirling a pencil or petting a cat or, messing around on his phone. But he does listen.
And one thing is, some of that sketching he does is actually stuff for Battle Geek Plus as well. We have these sort of like pixelated character designs you could find further down on the Twitch page and in a lot of our content. And the logos for Waxing Pixels for Battle Geek Plus, he's done the art for all of that. So he's good to have around for artsy type things. So we just kind of let him do that while we do our thing. So, nude self-portraits. Apparently we need nude self-portraits, according to Christopher.
Okay. I'll just get a couple of circles and a line of like there, and you'll get nudes from me.
So he should just draw us like his French girls?
Yes. Yeah. French-Canadian girls.
French. Alrighty. Well, anyway, that's our show for the week of this week. And sometime in October 2017 for anybody who...
I think today's the 16th. 17th?
Oh, it was actually the 17th.
It's the 17th.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christopher said that that Frank was drawing nude self-portraits. That's
Oh.
what. Yes. Oh man. But yeah. Anyway, that's our show. Next week we won't have a podcast in the general sense. Instead, we'll be playing games, which is important and fun and great. And we'll be chatting with you while we do so.
We can play some of that, what was it? Pan the Man or whatever?
Panel de Pon?
Panel de Pon.
Yeah, whatever.
Japanese Tetris
Kick
Attack.
your ass at it.
I'll kick your ass.
Whatever. We should stream that.
Yeah, we will. We'll stream some NES Mini. We'll throw it under Retro and, get a bunch of people in here and have all kinds of fun and take turns beating each other up in Street Fighter and Mario Kart.
We'll just have to, are we gonna... I don't know. Did you guys figure out the... issue with being able to play and have the chat up?
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
because obviously we don't have two monitors, so
right, totally. So we'll figure it out. We'll get it figured out by next week. We're getting these technical issues figured out as we go. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. We will see you next time. We love you.
Bye.
Later.
Frank says bye in his sleep.
Yes.